Guys, is FUT Evolutions going to be the best mode that EA has ever made? Now, I just came back from Amsterdam. I was at the FC24 reveal event. You guys saw it probably on stream, but behind the scenes, EA did give us a special presentation with new details that have not been revealed about Ultimate Team, gameplay, pro clubs, I think even, career mode, that kind of thing. So I'm gonna talk about Evolutions and the things that we were told about that mode in particular. Let me know if you guys want me to talk about anything else in Ultimate Team or in the game, and maybe even a video about my overall impressions about the Amsterdam event and where I think EA is going. I wanna say thank you for the last video. The support was actually insane because I'm in a weird place with FIFA content, and I was like, you know what, let me just upload stuff that I enjoy talking about, and you guys seem to like it so much. A lot of you even stayed to the end and dropped the secret password. All right, let's get right into FUT Evolutions. Probably one of the best ideas that they've had. This is something that the community has wanted for years, right? You know, when I saw this, I was there, I was like, yo, Nepenthes is probably screaming without the S, because this is the kind of thing that he likes. This is the kind of thing the fans of his like. This kind of thing that the grinders like, you know, just to grind a player up to a new level without having to spend money on, you know, FIFA points, coins, that kind of thing. So how does Evolutions work? So basically you can submit your players from your club, kind of like an SBC. You submit your players to different evolution paths, right? And these evolution paths might have different requirements. Essentially, you can submit anybody like in the mode, but then the paths that you have, they might show up based on, you know, different seasons, season 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. But when I was talking to the devs, they weren't able to say how often new paths will come out. A different path will come up and it will have a certain set of requirements. If a player in your club matches that requirement, then you could submit them. Maybe they'll have so many different paths because they kind of give us the impression that like anybody can be submitted. Just depends on what the path criteria is. So for instance, Mukoko was part of this one that they call Silver Bundesliga Star. So you could submit any Silver Bundesliga striker, right? Hence Mukoko. You could have put other people. Maybe there's a Bundesliga striker that's silver that is OP that maybe you want to upgrade. You could have submitted it in that path. On the screen, I think I saw like 4 different paths, but the ones I saw were Silver Bundesliga Star and Team of the Week upgrade. And then when you want to go down that path, you submit a certain amount of coins. What I saw on screen, again, this is probably not final. The Team of the Week upgrade one went for like 10K coins, let's say. So that maybe gives you an idea of how much it would cost to go down that path. You could start off with Mukoko. In game at that time, he's probably gonna get upgraded, but he was a 69. I think that's based off of FIFA 23. The end result could be an 85 Mukoko, right? The progression summary showed you that he can go plus 20, plus 1 weak foot, and plus 16 overall. So it kind of tells you how much you can upgrade him. And it says from 16 to 85. And there were like 5 challenges in that challenge. And then the game tracks your progress through gameplay. So I think it's the kind of thing where it's like you can play in any, maybe the challenges tell you to play in a certain mode, but maybe some challenges will just have you like, it can be any mode. Maybe it's rivals, maybe it's squad battles, who knows. And depending on the season, so like for instance, season 1 might just let you go from 69 overall Mukoko to 77, right? Because again, it's gonna follow how the power curve is. In my opinion, it's gonna be slightly behind the power curve from what I'm being told. And then season 2, maybe can get them up to 85. And then maybe season 3, they could bring back a new evolution path that has you use, maybe your 85 Mukoko fits a certain criteria that you can keep going and upgrading him. So I want to believe it's like for the hardcore. I think there's some parts of it that could be for the hardcore, but I spoke to a lot of the EA devs behind the scenes, and I feel like these players won't be like ahead of the power curve in my opinion. I think that this will be, you know how the season players were like slightly behind? I think it's more of that than slightly ahead. Not that they're gonna be like terrible, but they're never gonna make, let's be real, this is a business here, Ultimate Team is a business. They're never gonna make the evolution players that you have gonna be ahead of the power curve. You're never gonna have people ahead of a team of the year. I mean, the objective of the game, let's be honest with each other, is to buy packs. Like that is what EA wants. That's how EA makes money. That's how they keep the lights on, right? But it sounds like they're gonna let you upgrade throughout the year with new paths coming through from time to time. So the things that you can upgrade is actually pretty much everything. You can upgrade ratings, the skill moves, the positions, what kind of play styles that they have. If you don't know, play styles is like the new trait system. They use Opta across all players. They give them certain traits, play styles, and the best of the best players have playstyle plus traits. So like for instance, a Van Dijk would have a block plus trait. So he's got special blocking animations, things like that. But you can also upgrade the item design, which is really cool. I just like looking at the items, to be honest with you. I just like to collect them. You can upgrade them to animated items. And the item design for Evolution was kind of sick. It kind of had like a DNA strand. I imagine it's gonna be animated, but it would be really cool to see like the DNA strand kind of like float in the background. So one example that we saw, just to show you that you can upgrade pretty much anything, is that they showed us a screen where you had like a 90 Van Dyke center back, obviously. You could switch him to a 91 CM. The fact that they showed us on stage that you can take Van Dyke from a center back to CM shows you how many options that they have. So this could be interesting in terms of like the FUT Champs gameplay, because I think it's going to be a lot of center backs moving to CM. But again, it depends on the evolution path that they have available at the time. So maybe there's sometime in mid-year where it's like, oh, this is the evolution path where center backs are allowed to be switched to CMs, and then everybody cashes in their Van Dykes, flashback Ramos, somebody like that can be switched to a different CDM, that kind of thing. So that's pretty interesting. That opens up so many different ways to play the game. I think that's what this whole thing is about, adding flexibility to Ultimate Team. So we really don't see the same team more than once. But again, you know, the meta kind of dictates what kind of players we'll see. Now you can also upgrade special items and promo players, which is really cool. So they showed us a Jude Bellingham Team of the Week being upgraded to +1. And when I see these high-rated players, from what I was talking about with the devs behind the scenes, again, they're like, yo, anybody's open to be upgraded at some point in time, pretty much, right? But the high-rated players, like I was talking to one guy, I was like, yo, can Haaland be put in the evolution? He's like, why not, right? But Haaland's evolution upgrade might not be that high. So when you look at like a silver player like Mukoko, 69 to 85, that's huge. But when it comes to someone like Haaland, who's already like, let's say he's a 90, his evolution will probably only go up +1, right? You can't make him too crazy, right? You can't make Haaland evolution, they're not gonna allow Haaland's evolution to be better than the Team of the Year Haaland, because then you wouldn't need the Team of the Year Haaland, right? So it's gonna open up a lot of things. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this idea, because again, I believe that they're gonna be slightly behind the power curve when it comes to how overpowered that they are. Well, the RTGers, I mean, if you're okay with it being behind the curve a little bit, then that's fine. At least you didn't spend FIFA points, right? Maybe there's a player that you really enjoyed using, you like him in your team, and you just want to keep upgrading him. Either way, the option that's available is sick. It's much appreciated. And this mode has a lot of potential. Is it going to be the best mode ever? It depends on how the career paths are. I mean, they can be telling us this and then have like some really limiting career, evolution paths, right? But again, let me know in the comments what you guys think about evolutions. That is what they showed us privately. They will have a deep dive later on, I think in August, explaining the mode quite in depth. But let me know if you have any questions about the mode. I'm looking forward to it personally because I don't want to be sweating champs all weekend. I just want to, you know, concentrate on a player that I really like and boost them over time. But let me know if there's anything else from the event that you want me to talk about, gameplay, women in FUT, or play styles, things like that. All right, I'll see you guys next time.